Hi and welcome to the second edition of Grassroots Magazine podcast. I'm Andy, this is Rich, and we've also got Piers tonight, and we're just going to talk about what we've been up to this month. We've been around the grounds and seen a few FA Cup games. How's that gone, Rich?
Yeah, pretty good. We came up with an idea that we was going to follow the Essex Clubs through the early rounds and up until the last team standing.
I'll be Southend.
Possibly Southend.
Colchester, potentially.
Chelmsford City could...
Maybe a little trip to Wembley off the back of Grassroots around the grounds would be nice though, wouldn't it?
That'd be good, yeah.
It would be decent. Could we follow in Europe if that happens though?
Yes, that's for next season. Let's get back to what we did
so we started this a few weeks ago. Went to the extra preliminary round, I think it was, for Witham Town against Brentford.
Yeah.
First time I've been to Witham for a Witham game. I've been there a couple of times for like League Cup finals and bits. But
a few friendlies over there, haven't we?
Yeah.
Over the times. Good ground. Yeah. Nice few improvements. Definitely. Met some old faces. Mark Nichols.
Yeah.
From Heybridge. Used to play against him years ago. He's now the chairman over there. He welcomed us with open arms. It was very, very nice to see him. I think it was a good game of football as well.
Yeah, it was decent. Yeah, it was late equaliser for Witham to give them the replay. Good to see that they do replays though at that level, because they could have, I suppose, it could have finished off on the day and you don't get the extra receipts, gate receipts.
It's the magic of the FA Cup, isn't it? Still going to a point. I know in the later rounds, when you've got the Championship and the Prem sides, they don't do it anymore, do they? But it was old school football, which was good. I think with Witham, you can see they've very much got themselves a community team over there. Everyone pulling in the same direction, from the supporters to the players to the management, which is a nice thing to see.
We met the super fan as well, James Beardwell. You got a little interview with him, didn't you?
I did, yes. Yeah. It was nice to speak to James.
He's a great guy, and he just loves the club, doesn't he? And like, you can just hear it when he talks to you, the passion.
100%. I mean, when we spoke on the interview, you could definitely feel that coming across. So yeah, have a look at that on Instagram. We've also got on TikTok, YouTube, as well as an interview with James. We've got an interview with Mark, and the goal scorer Sonny Dutton. So it's well worth looking at, as well as some of the pictures that we got from Witham on the day. Yeah,
I think also like those non-league grounds, like what we've noticed going round to a few of them, is just how good the facilities are, and how family orientated they are. Also, I love the way that in some of the grounds they've swapped ends at half time. You can't beat that. Like the whole, there's not been any trouble. The atmosphere's been good. That's what I was sort of surprised about. It's not, for some people it's a day out. For others it's a real passion for the club itself.
Like I said, I'll spin back to the community. I think local clubs have realised that they can build off the back of communities.
Yeah.
Make it somewhere that generations want to go. You've got your die-hard supporters from back in the day. You've got your families. You've got young men want to go there, but you've got kids, wives. There's all sorts of people go there for different reasons, but at the same time, they're there because they're the heart of the community. They're putting on a product that people can buy into, and that is definitely generating success.
Yeah, they're starting to get some good crowds as well.
100%.
And the football's good. Like the standard of football that we've seen as well has been good. Like it's been entertaining. Like we've sat and watched the games as well, and they've been really good. So yeah, I think people just need to start. Like to your point, these clubs only survive by the local people supporting it, because they haven't got all the TV rights and all the things that the big Premiership and Championship have got. So they rely on the gate receipts
and
the food,
good facilities,
a good day out.
People are buying into it,
and like you say, like it's like the heart of a community.
Well, that was what I was most surprised about, the going over to Harlow on our second game.
Yeah,
the work they've done there. They've got like an outside bar with the sort of teepee area.
Mate, I was super impressed with that.
And
it's like a festival, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the Sky Sports screen's up, so you can still follow a bit of Premier League if you wanted to, but not.
Yeah. Now you got good, like you say, you've got premium beers there, premium lagers, premium ciders, wines. They're catering for a lot of people. I'm not going to get on the alcohol too much, but like to your point, you've got television screens, so you can keep up with your first team or your second team, however you decide to support. But then across a fence, you've got a non-league game going on, which a lot of people are buying into. Exactly, you've got the real thing.
Yeah, and I think like it's still that excitement of when they score. If that Lino's flag's not up, you can start celebrating.
It's 100%.
Yeah, you haven't got to wait. And I think
I don't know where you started, but I started going over to New Riddle Street in Chelmsford, watching Chelmsford City, and the buzz of a goal going in there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what my team is now, but it's similar to a Premiership goal going in. You get that same feeling and you get that same buzz.
Yeah.
And that's what you can get from the games that we've been to over the last month.
Was that your biggest memory of New Riddle Street? Because mine was the smell of the toilets.
Yeah, I'm talking different eras. Actually, no, mine was the chicken soup. Do you remember that pound of chicken soup we used to get? And when you used to get to the bottom, it's just a load of like just powder at the bottom.
Yeah, like the overall, and you get it out like.
I didn't do that.
That's why I look like this. But yeah, like my first game I went to was like Nuneaton Borough, and my dad was like, "Oh, I'll take him there because it's like quite a small like non-league ground. It's good sort of experience." And we had all sorts. We had people trying to get on the pitch because the player had broke his leg, and they were trying to get to the other player. And I come home and was like, "Oh, it was great, Mum. There was police," and my mum's like, "I thought this was supposed to be like breaking him into football, sort of gently." But yeah, I mean, they're the sort of things that you remember, and like you say, the bovril and the scarf, the very first scarf you got.
Kids are getting a different experience nowadays.
Oh yeah,
teams have upped their levels.
Yeah,
but I think they're trying to open the ground early, maybe open for breakfast and things like that, and to
like dwell time, isn't it?
Yeah,
like the longer you've got them in,
get you in the ground,
Yeah.
and if you're comfortable, you'll spend money, and if you're spending money, you're helping the club grow and exist.
No, I feel you.
Like you said at Harlow, like we met the chairman, and he was so forthcoming to come and have a chat with us.
He wanted to welcome us.
Yeah.
And I think that was a good thing because hopefully he sees expressing what they've got to offer to people via our channels is going to benefit him and get people through the gate.
I think we should mention that we're not sort of contacting the chairman, contacting the secretary and saying we're coming and they're putting on a show.
Yeah.
Like, Harlow had no idea where he was going.
Yeah.
Witham had no idea where he was going. Like, out of courtesy, we probably would have let them know, but like, these people are busy and we can't track them down always to
100%.
to get them in.
Well, it's our first introduction to those two chairmen in question. We hadn't met Mark. I hadn't met Mark for a long time. Didn't know he was in situ at the time. Great.
The Harlow game was good though, wasn't it? Like it was quite dramatic at the end.
Yeah, it was. Penalty one in.
And then
penalty
Let's
the other.
paint a picture for people who weren't there and haven't seen the score. I think we got to the 88th minute and it was 0-0.
Yeah.
It was an entertaining game. There were chances. Harlow got a penalty in the 89th minute.
Yeah.
Converted it. And I think within 90 seconds of the restart, Brentford had
put a cross in, been handballed. I think
it wasn't Brentford though, was it?
Brentford were probably playing somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm getting confused.
No.
Well, you know why that is? Because Woodford was singing how much they hated Brentford.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get it right. Woodford then nicked a penalty.
Yeah.
Converted it. So
we had that on camera though. Was it a penalty? We discussed and discussed and discussed.
We can look it back and maybe put it on.
Oh no, that was
Yeah, that was.
I can't remember which one we had on camera.
No, I think we did have the Harlow one on
yeah,
camera.
it was. Yeah,
because the Woodford one was at the other end, and it would have been a struggle.
Yeah, we didn't have the other end one, so we'll never know.
The super lens.
Yeah, we'll have to put it to the referee was right on the day.
Yeah, right. So just to cover off, 1-1 at the end of the game.
That's it.
And then I think
Woodford
nicked the result in the replay.
Yeah, they did.
Which
yeah,
is a big.
Yeah, they went to the replay and they nicked the result.
Extra time, I think they done it.
We've seen 2-1 all draws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Witham was the same.
So if anyone's doing the pools and wants to
go
on the bankers, we're happy to go.
Talking about level of football, there's a time traveller who's triple captained Timbers at the weekend. Has anyone seen that?
No.
Like, it's got 72 points. Timbers have scored 2 goals, an assist, and a clean sheet. 15 people have triple captained it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Timbers' mum, Timbers'
time travellers and his family. Right.
But no, that was a good day. And what was really nice was, like, we met the chairman, and like you say, we didn't plan anything. We had a chat with him. He was good enough to give us his time, and Piers got a nice interview with him as well. So that was Tim, and he was a really great guy. And I think he sort of welcomed that we were going to cover the club
definitely.
because it's all good, isn't it?
He wants to sell his product.
Yeah,
that's what he
100%.
understands. And again, if you want to watch the interview, again, I'm going to say it's on Instagram, it's on X, it's on YouTube, it's on TikTok. Really good chat with Tim. Please take your time out to have a little look.
And they're just trying to build it, aren't they? They're just trying to make something of it. He said, we just go out every week like with a smile on our face, and we're just trying to build a club for local people to go to, and
you can see it was a good crowd.
Yeah.
A really good crowd.
Yeah, I think it was like 350 or something. And I think he sort of said to me that when there's 300 plus, and Tottenham and other local Premier League clubs were at home at the time to still get a crowd.
I was most gutted about when I went to Harlow. Didn't get one of the burgers. That burger van looked epic, and people were flocking to it.
I think I was gutted we didn't get a scarf.
Yeah, so there was no shop open at the time. So if anyone's got a Harlow scarf, they want to send us.
Yeah, we'll put it up here.
So
we're gonna start collecting
contact.
all the grounds we're going to.
Definitely.
A bit of memorabilia.
So away from the FA Cup, we've also visited Chelmsford City and Heybridge Swifts this month.
Yep.
I was away.
Yeah, I was away for the Chelmsford City. You had to do that one on your own.
Yeah, I'll carry the flag, lads.
You did well on that one.
Obviously.
You had a little helper with you though. I saw on your social media accounts.
Little cameraman, aka my son, by the way. I managed to get an interview with Harry Barbrook, winning goal scorer, and also Spencer Gore, chairman over at Chelmsford City, who is definitely making waves. City are, I would say, geared up for promotion, so it's good to get over there for the first game of National League South. Good victory for the guys. I say good victory. It was a good 3 points. 1-0 against Witham Town, recently promoted. Fantastic gate, lovely day, sun was shining. A lot of expectation over there. You could feel it in the crowd. Again, when the goal went in, there was a lot of relief, a lot of excitement, and I think it's going to push City on the way. I have been keeping my eye on the results. I think they lost possibly against Ebbsfleet. But the rest of their results have been positive, other than last night. And I think
they always seem to sort of fall short though. City, like, is it in the playoff? It's in the playoffs, or
I agree they do, but I think they've got a new manager who's managed in Division Division 2. He's also managed in the National League. So I think the players they're bringing, they've also gone full time. So previously they weren't training full time. So a lot of changes have happened over there that Spencer's enforced. So I'd like to say they've given themselves a better chance than they had previously, just to push further in the playoffs and manage to get out of Division South, where they've been for a number of years at the minute.
Yeah, well, like we watched them in a friendly as well, and they looked against Malden, and they looked really good. They had some really good players. Like there was a guy in the wing, and like he was phenomenal. Like really sort of taking the play on and really attacking. They looked like they were just putting the pressure on the whole time. So they look like they've got a really good setup over there.
Yeah, they have. I mean, they've got proper professionals. Ricky Holmes is still over there. Like I said, Harry Barbrook, he's got good pedigree. Not sure if people know, but I think his twin brothers playing for Ipswich Town at the moment in the Championship. So they've got some good players, and they're improving the squad. And they're going to, because I think again a lot of clubs in that division are also understanding that if they can get out of that division, play in the National League, it's going to give them more exposure. So it's a big task for them, but let's see. We'll carry on going over and seeing how the guys are doing, and hopefully we can report some good things at the end of the season.
And then we went to Heybridge Swifts.
Yeah,
that was a good day.
Yeah, we visited a few times last season.
Sun was out.
So went back. A few changes around the club over the summer.
Oh, definitely. Again, if you talk about chairman, we've met Steve Spreadbury a number of times.
Outstanding guy.
He is, and again, we can talk about Heybridge for hours. I think as a model community club, that's where a lot of clubs can look and see what they're doing.
Yeah.
But as you say, they've gone again. They've made improvements to the bar. They've made improvements to the playing facilities. They've made improvements to the playing staff, as Steve mentioned. Again, plugging interviews. Fantastic interview with Connor, their captain and chairman. But I think for me the best interview that I had for the day, and I'm sure as West Ham supporters, Julian Dix was probably the one for you guys.
Yeah,
it's great.
It was brilliant. Like I say, I think all these clubs, it's the amount of time they give you, and they're willing to give you their time if you've got an interest, and you sort of you can pretty much ask them anything, whether they'll answer it or not.
Well, I mean, for me, we had the interview. Again, I'm going to say it. You can see it on Insta, you can see it on X, you can see it on YouTube, see it on TikTok. I think the conversation that we had with him after was even more valuable off camera. Got to know more about the club, got to know about some about the professional ons and off field shenanigans that some of the pros got on with. But again, just understanding the man himself, what his ambitions are for the club, and how he's looking to take them forward, I think was really, really insightful.
And I think that's a really good point. Like both of you kind of made it, is how accessible they are. Like, you know, at these local clubs, you can get to talk to the players. You can get to, you know, like the players even come round and sort of shake people's hands and stuff like that. And so if you're a kid experiencing that, you've watched them. You've watched them play. Like you sort of have your own heroes in the team, but you can get to meet your hero.
Your inspiration isn't 3D on a television screen or over a barrier that you can't get to. He's a real human being that takes the time and will come and engage with you.
Yeah.
I think is where you're coming from.
And I think, like you say, the facilities over there, like as we were leaving, they were setting up and they were going to have like a live band on and a hog roast and stuff like that. So then that dwell time is even more, because people will, you know, not necessarily, some people will come after the football, and it's that community spirit. It's a community hub. That's exactly it.
With a football pitch and a
football
team.
But I think you if you listen to the Julian Dix interview, you'll hear the kids in the background.
Enjoying themselves on the pitch.
And they're all on the pitch.
Yeah.
They're all playing football. It's sort of...
It's inspiring the next generation. Yeah, here's a product that you can enjoy, your parents can enjoy as entertainment. There's something you can be inspired on and go and have fun with it as well.
Yeah.
Which I think is... which I think they've got the balance really, really, really well over there. So yeah, going and see Steve and the guys over at Heybridge is always a fun day out.
This week was really good as well, because they had the Budweiser sponsored day.
Yeah.
So you had the guys from Budweiser over there, and they'd paid for the club to have a new tunnel, a cover tunnel, which looked really impressive. You know, and they were giving out bucket hats, and again, it just adds to that theatre of the day. And
100%.
You know, like again, they were walking around, the Budweiser guys, and talking to fans, and they want to get involved in that local football bit, because,
and they see the value in it.
Know,
again, a big company, a worldwide multinational company, isn't going to spend time on something. Again, this is the way the world is, that they don't think is going to be successful.
Yeah.
So obviously they see something in what's going on down there, and think we want to be a part of it, which is, I think, is testament to what the guys are doing down there at Heybridge.
Yeah, agreed. I went to Southend this weekend. They played Hartlepool. Jeff Stelling was there in the Hartlepool end. I was in the North Bank, which has been the home fans are allowed to go back in there now, and so we were right next to it.
That? Is that renovation?
Well, so no, basically years ago when we was in the Championship, they built a new end for the home fans.
Right.
It used to be away, so it used to just be steps. Remember when it was all standing? It was open, and like that used to be the away end. And we were all in the North Bank, which has got a proper old Dutch barn roof.
Nice.
So as you sing, the only way the noise can come out is onto the pitch.
Perfect.
So that was our stadium. But then when they renovated the other end, they built a two-tiered stadium for the home fans. So we all went down there into the South Bank, and they gave the North Bank to the away fans. And like
Productive.
Everyone was like up in arms, because all you could hear was the away fans, even though there were three sides of the home fans, just because of the acoustics of it. Sure. And the only way it could come out was onto the pitch. So for years and years and years, we asked to go back in there, and it was like a no, because of obviously ground safety and getting people out and everything like that. And then obviously as we dropped down the leagues, it wasn't getting filled. So it was all seater, but it was only sort of half of it getting filled. And then we've got new owners, and he said, like, now we're only filling maybe a third of it on a good turnout from away fans. So he's given half of it back to the home fans. So all the sort of singers, everyone, all the atmosphere has gone into there.
So you got your soul back.
So we've got our soul back.
Hold on. We're supposed to be an impartial Essex magazine. You're saying we?
We?
Yeah, we.
Me. Sorry. Just me.
All right.
Andy, the Southend fan.
Yeah, but we're getting they're getting really good crowds down there now. Like I think at the weekend it was about 8,000.
Good numbers.
It's great numbers and
National League, yeah.
National League, and we were top for a few minutes at the weekend, but we're up there.
Listen, old season. If you're there and thereabouts, you've had a good start, and that's where you need to just keep plugging away.
And Kevin Mayer's got he's a great manager. He's an ex-player, and he's starting to build something. He's done great considering he's had all sorts of things like embargoes and all that sort of stuff. Now we've got a new owner, and it seems like we've bought some players, and we're looking good over there. So hopefully, onwards and upwards. Obviously, there are other Essex clubs.
Sounding positive for
other Essex clubs are available.
It's nice. It's nice though to support a local club, and it's good to see that local sport coming out from last season we obviously got to Wembley in the playoffs.
I think with Southend just jumping in, that's where the clubs that we've just spoken about. It's not a far cry for someone like Witham, for someone like Heybridge, for someone like City, someone like Malden, which we'll go on to talk about.
Yeah.
Someone like Canvey, to be in that position.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they are maybe not 8,000, but that's their dream.
Yeah.
They're one step away from the national. From the Football League.
Yeah.
And I think the way these clubs are trying to gear themselves, is most of them are trying to punch for that ceiling.
Yeah.
I think the great thing that I'm seeing about local football right now, everyone is shooting for the stars rather than just making do with what they're about right now.
Yeah, because we've got Braintree Town, they're in the National League as well.
Fantastic story.
They've done a great job getting that far, and that they're trying to push on again. But I mean, the National League, as everyone knows, is just so hard to get out of, with one team automatically going up and the others all going into a playoff.
Sure.
And it's not necessarily
all
fair if you're that club.
Again, you look
who
at the
finishes
Southern and the North.
second, so.
You've got the same scenario.
Yeah.
The champions get promoted. Yeah. Then the next the next 6
all going to the playoffs.
all going into a playoff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so hard. Like once you're in that, I mean, there's some big clubs in it, like Hartlepool. They're another big club. Last year, Oldham went up. Oldham were massive when I was a kid. There's some big clubs.
FA Cup semi-finalists, I think League Cup finalists. Andy Ritchie.
Oldham's in the first Premier League, I think, weren't they?
Proper team.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's some big teams in there, but once you're in there, like Wrexham, you see Wrexham were in there for years, and then they've done it on the bounce. But yeah, so that was good. But going back to the magazine, so please have a look on our website at grassrootsmagazine.co.uk and check out the latest edition, which is the August edition. And then September's edition will be out on the 10th of September. So have a look at that. The August edition, obviously, it was heavily around women's football and girls' football. Obviously,
well done, Lionesses.
Due to the Lionesses' success. So that was really good. And we got Serena Wiegmann on the front cover. Yeah. Thanks to Emma Burden, who gave us a great photo of her with her.
So just talk a little bit about Emma and the impact she's had on girls and women's football in Essex.
Yeah, so Emma is from the Essex FA, and she's doing loads around girls' pathway to football, and she's a real good ambassador because she's been there. She's played, she played for Colchester, and she played in America. She did a lot of coaching in America and stuff like that. And a big thank you to Emma because she gave us a great article that we wrote about. So go and have a read of that because I think she's really inspiring for what she's doing and what's happening in Essex around girls' football and women's football.
Fantastic.
So I think it's really worth a read. So yeah, please go and check out our magazine and also follow us on socials. So we've got, as Piers said, we've got Instagram, we've got X, and we've also got TikTok. So go and check them out. A big thank you to tonight's sponsor for our podcast, Daniel James Accountancy in Billericay. For all their details, please have a look in the magazine and you can read all about what they're doing. Thanks very much.